Okay, so we'll start our actual class today. So I will do it after the class. Why we need to disturb the class again now? Okay, so we'll do the after the class. So to recap what we discussed. So in the HANA administration, we are discussing about the HANA software requirements, hardware requirements, and Linux requirements. Now all you guys are aware of the what are the Linux libraries we required, right? Some of the compact SAP compact plus files and the GCC libraries. So all these things you required, right? All this GCC and the lib atomic. So some of the libraries, so atomics, these are the libraries main it's required for the HANA installation. Always it will check this libraries. Okay. So this always it will check these libraries. So and also we discussed about the installation of the HANA database using the HDB LCM tools. HDB LCM tools we will do the installation. So okay, either the command prompt mode, GUI mode, or a web mode we can perform the installation. And space, file system mount points, all these things, OS versions, all these things we discussed, right? So apart from that, we have done the installation as well. And also during the installation, we have two databases are created. One is the system DB and the second one is the tenant DB. In one host, suppose like this is our SAP HANA. So in this host, if you install the HANA database, it created the one system DB. On top of that one, it is created the one more tenant DB. By default, you will get the G+1, which means one system DB, one tenant DB, you will get one system DB and one tenant DB, you will get system DB and tenant DB, you will get TDB. So tenant DB by default, you will get the system DB and tenant DB. But in the 1.0 is the single container. 2.0 is the multi-container, means multiple databases you can install on one host, which means in same on top of system DB, you can install the one more tenant DB, one more tenant DB, one more tenant DB. You can create it. You no need to install it. Just using the command, you can create it, right? After the creation, you will get the up to 19, except default one system DB, tenant DB. Apart from that, you will get the 19 tenant databases you can create in one host. But so as of now, no one created the 19. Why? Because there is no requirement, either the 2 or 3, that's enough. So why? Because one host, 2 or 3, there is a lot of sufficient. So why? Because when you keep on increasing the databases for the applications, why? Because each tenant DB one application will connect it. Each tenant DB one application will connect it, right? So that we keep on increasing, all applications will use the same OS, same database OS. Something crashed with this operating system, so entire all the databases will gone, right? All the databases will be stopped. So that's the reason separately they will install all these things and everything separately. They will do the installation separately. They will do the installation. So that's the main aim of this one, right? So the multi-container 2.0 concept here. So we done the installation. When they are doing the installation, after the installation, they are the 7 family members, like 7 HANA core processor created. So those are the index server, name server, preprocessor, web dispatcher, access engine, so daemon, compile server. These are the 7 core processors. It's like a family members. In the database, we will call it as the DB has house. In that house, so family members in the house, how the family members will stay, same as like in this database itself, we have the 7 core family members will stay here. 7 core family members stay in this database itself, in the database itself. So that's the reason, that is the reason. So we will call it as the here in our real world, we have the mother, father, child, sons, brother, sister, something like that. There is a relations. Here also, each process there is a naming convention, index server, so name server, preprocessor, like that 7 are there. In that 7, you have the 2 databases are by defaultly creating, one system DB and one tenant DB. In system DB, we have the 5 process except index server and access engine. Index server, access engine. Remaining all are available in the system DB. If you create one more tenant database, if you create the one more tenant database, here also you will get the one index server, one access engine. If you create the one more tenant database, you will get the I and X access engine and index server here. So each tenant you will get the one index server, one access engine. Okay, so let's talk about the, so after what we have to do now, installation is done, we all are done. So installations, libraries, everything we installed. After that what we have to do? So after the installation is done, so we have the one common studio to monitor the, to do the administration part. So here the administration tools, we have the admin tools called the HANA Studio, and Cockpit, HANA Cockpit 2.0. These are the tools are available to perform the administration work in the HANA databases. So OS level we required only for installation purpose only or upgrading purpose only. Apart from that, everything you have to do it from the using these tools only, admin tools only, like HANA Studio, HANA Cockpit. So these tools we have to install in our desktops. We have to install these tools. We have to install in our desktops. We have to install it. Suppose like if you see, suppose you want to install the HANA Studio, we need to download the HANA packages from the service marketplace. Same. So then go and install it. It's like Windows, right? We can directly install it. And now we can install the SAP GUI. Double click it, SAP GUI will be installed. Same as like here also we can install the HANA Studio. So it's not a big deal. Just .exe file. If you double click it, that will be installed. If you double click it, that will be installed. The HANA Studio will be installed. So it's not like the OS level commands and extracting. Just it will download it, then install the .exe. When you install the HANA Studio in your desktop, you will see the, so this file, HANA Studio. In the desktop, you will see the HANA Studio. If it is not available, go ahead and here, just check it out here, Studio. Just right click, pin to taskbar and so pin to start menu, it is available here, right? It is available. Then you can open the HANA Studio. So HANA Studio normally after the installation, we will use to monitor or to do the administration part of the your HANA databases. So once you open the HANA Studio, now we need to add one HANA Studio in the client machines are enough to add. So first time when you are doing, you won't get the any systems are added to here. You will get the empty box here, empty. So you will get the empty here. Now the question is like how to add our installed systems to the here. How to add our installed systems to the in the HANA Studio. So just click on the add system. In the left side, you will see the add system. There is a plus symbol. You can see here. Just click on that one. You will get the prompt here. In this prompt, you need to provide the host name. Host name means what is the your server host name. Suppose like SAP Linux 1. Suppose like in our case, once our SAP installed on the SAP HANA, we can put like SAP HANA something like that. What is the instance number? Our instance number is the 00. Why? Because our instance number is the 00 for the HDB. So here are we installed a single container? Are we going to add single container or multi-container? We have installed the HANA 2.0. So it's a multi-container. Multi-container means one system database and tenant database you will get. So first we will add the system database. So description, if you want to put anything here, not a problem. System DB, something like that to remember. So here, then what is the username? So here, first time you done the installation of the HANA database, right? So now here it is asking the user ID, password, authentication by the database user, not the operating system user. Operating system user means we can use the SID, ADM, and password. Now database user. So as we know, during the installation, they are the two users are creating. One is the SID ADM, second one is the system user. SID ADM is for the OS level administrator. Suppose OS level, that particular HANA database, whatever the SID you have created, you want to do any administration activities like stop, start, folder creation, deletion. So something like anything you can do via this user only. In the database level, there is a one user that is creating the common user. This is called the system user. This is called the DB level admin user. This is called the DB level admin user. Using this user only, we have to do the all our activities and everything. Here, username system we are putting here. Why? Because this is the database user. So we don't have any other users in the database. First time we are logging to the database. So we have to use the system user and the password which we created during the installation. So that's why we have two users are getting created. One is the operating system level user. Second one is the system user. So then system user is password is correct. That's why we connected to the system DB. See here, another database is added to the here. So now we added only system DB, not out the tenant DB. Then again go ahead here. Then give the host name for SAP HANA. So SAP HANA. Then so what is the instance number? You have to correctly give the instance number. When you are installing the database, you will give the correct instance number, right? You will give the correct instance number. And also you will put the one SID for the entity database. That SID you have to give it. What is the entity DB SID? So I given the HDB for our case. Here you put the something like TDB1, something like that. You can put something your wish. The description is your wish. But here same is system and same passwords will work here first time when you are logging. See here, I have added my system DB, my tenant DB into the HANA Studio. HANA Studio. Why I have added means to monitor, to do the administration part of the this HANA databases. Why? Because operating system level work is done. Some Linux commands you have guys learned, and also you have installed the some Linux commands, and also you have installed the some other things as well. You have installed the something like some packages you installed. You have done the ANA installations. Everything is done. Then in that one ANA installation is completed. So as part of the daily checks, as part of the HANA checks, daily checks, you need to check the free space, and also you need to just to check the how much free memory is there, what is the free space is there, what are the CPU contributor, top CPU contributors. So anything here you can check in the system. So these are only just a daily monitoring purpose only. If in case any issues, that we will check it here. So apart from that, we won't touch anything in the operating system level. Why? Because in the operating system level, database services are running here. So we will check after that only. So but main work is in the our HANA Studio only. HANA Studio only we will monitor the our main work here. Okay, the main work is here. So on top of this one, suppose now by default you got the HDB. So if you want to create, the new database, if you want to create the Niranjan, why you need the new database creation now? Just learn the basics how to add this one. I will tell you that new tenant creation also. Okay, so first learn the some basics. Just try to understand the basics like how to add the systems to HANA Studio. In one of my friend, so he got the offer, he joined in the organization, but you know something, but you don't know about the how to add the systems into the HANA Studio, and you don't know how to add the systems into the SAP login pad. One manager asked you in the remote sharing session, can you please add the systems into HANA Studio and HANA SAP login pad? You don't know this thing, right? Next day itself, his manager told that don't come to office, hand out the laptop, don't come to office, right? So when I'm telling, just listen carefully. The basics, how to add the systems to HANA Studio. Why? Because again, you will ask the same question. If you know, so okay, just wait for the my confirm. I will tell you that command also. There is some small command in the SQL prompt you have to hand over it. So if I tell this command, other people will get disturbed, right? So that's why. So So that is the thing. So we have to add the systems into HANA Studio. So HANA Studio is the one of the monitoring tool, not only HANA Studio. So HANA Studio is the one of the monitoring tool. So HANA Studio, HANA Cockpit. So normally interview point of time, they may ask you questions like, so which tool will you use to monitor the HANA databases? Normally everyone, they will use the HANA Studio and HANA Cockpit also. HANA Studio and HANA Cockpit. So HANA Cockpit and HANA Studio both are monitoring the HANA database only. But only thing is HANA Studio we have to install on the user's desktops, and your desktop, my desktop, every desktop we have to install in the HANA Studio. But HANA Cockpit is the web-based URL, web-based URL. So that package we have to install in the one server, HANA Cockpit package, so that it will generate the one URL, standard URL. That URL we have to open. That URL we have to open in the system. That URL we have to open in the system, so that everyone can log in with that user from browser. Everyone can log into the. So it's a very, this is the web-based monitoring. This is the some Eclipse. The HANA Studio is the Eclipse-based tool. Eclipse-based tool. So that once you install it, everyone has to install this one. So, but for your case, you all are using the one common desktop, right? It's already installed. Just to open the HANA Studio, then add it. Just open the HANA Studio and add it. Add the systems. Add the systems. How I added? Let me show you. Okay, we'll keep it. So this is the one. So we'll discuss about the HANA Cockpit also. Nowadays, everyone, some of the people, they are using the HANA Cockpit also. So once the HANA Studio completed, same level monitoring you will do in the HANA Cockpit also. But this is a web-based tool. This is the Studio. We can use it, HANA Studio, to monitor the HANA databases. So here, so these are the monitoring tools for the HANA administration. These are the users. During the installation, it will be created. Apart from that users, you will see the index server, name server, preprocessor, access engine, HANA core processor. Those processors will be created. So in the system DB, you have 5 process, right? So one is the, and one in the tenant DB, you have the 2 process, like, so index server, then access engine. These are the 2 process in the tenant DB. So, and system DB, you have remaining 5 process, like, so compile server, preprocessor, name server, web dispatcher, and daemon. Okay, daemon process. These are the 5 in the system DB, and remaining 2 in the tenant databases. So let's discuss about each and every process. What is the exact role of the each and every process here? So if I talk about the HANA index server means, so it's the main process here. It's a father of the database. In our houses, how the father is very important. He will play the key role in our house, right? So kind of load, burden, everything. Same as like in the index server also here, all the data resides in the index server. All the data resides into the index server, and also all the data resides, whatever the data is coming, whatever the table data, all the data will reside into the index server. All the loading the data, so exporting that, all the calculation. And that's why I told you, right, all the data resides in the index server, and calculations also will happen in the index server. In the index server contains multiple engines to convert your query, to manage your query and everything. So if any data is coming, it will convert. In any request is coming from the application or other tools, immediately our index server will convert to the understandable format, and data will resides into the index server only. So index server is the main process here. Index server is the main process here. So that's why the process name you will see here like HDB index server, something like that, the process will be available, which means HANA database index server. So like HANA database index server, HDB name server, sorry, index server is the main process in the database. The index server is the main process in the database. So all the activities, everything will be performed by the index server only. All the activities, everything will be performed by the index server only. So this is the main data resides everything in the index server. So then that is the part of the index server. Then once the index server, it's index server is the main process for the database. So every data which is coming from the application that will store into the index server. It will take the data, it will convert into the understandable format, it will store the data. Inside of that, it will store the data. It's a main thing. But what about the other processor means? Other process will help to the index server. So he will help to the index server. Suppose if I talk about the name server. So name server, it will holds the topology related information. Name server will hold the topology related information, which means name server, it has only small piece of activities it will do, like topology related information. It will hold the topology related information, which means SID, host name, then instance number. So SID, host name, instance number, so ports, this kind of information it will hold it. What is that this database SID, what is the host name, what is the instance number, what are the ports, this kind of technical information, the OS level information, it will hold it. Just it will keep it in the index server topology. Just index server, nothing, there is no data, nothing will resides into the index server. Just it will holds the topology related information. The index server is the main process, as we discussed. Index server is the main process, and it is the master in tenant database. It's a master in tenant databases. In every tenant there is a index server, so it's a master. All the data resides here. Any application, either the SAP application or any Excel, any third party tools which are connecting to the HANA database means that is like index server only. They will directly connect to the index server to store the data. So to store the data, but it depend on the other family members like index server, name server, preprocessor, compile server. It depends. Same as like father, right? So that's why we will call it as the father of the database. Index server main here. All that data resides. So master in the tenant databases is the main person. That's why we give him the master in the tenant database. So this is the master in the system database. So every system database, only one system database for SID. Every system database, so we have the master in the name server is the master. It has the name server is the master. But index server is the master in the tenant database. Name server is the master in the system DB. And every tenant, this is the master. Index server is the master, right? This is the master. So what is the work of the name server means? Now you know. It will just keep the or holds the topology related information. Topology means SID, host name, instance number, port number. So it will just keep the topology related information. Then what next? So once the index server is completed, so preprocessor, okay, preprocessor. What is the use of this preprocessor? Preprocessor is processing the unstructured data, unstructured data. So it will process the unstructured data and will help to the index server to keep the data. So in the system, in the HANA database, if any data coming to the HANA database which does not have any structure. Structure means sometimes data will come into the HANA system like something like without structure, some without any structure means, first of all, what is structure? Structure means like, suppose there is a this HANA database they have written into the C++ language, right? So maybe there's a code, open bracket, code bracket, some if condition, do while, some conditions, right? So if the data is not in the structured way, it's like something in the some different text format, so that so HANA database can handle the, it will process the so unstructured data as well. It will handle the unstructured data, and it will help to the index server load into the data into the index server level as well. So if any data which is coming to the unstructured data, it won't reject. It will process. It will convert into the. It will process the data with the structured format, and it will hand over to the index server. That is the here the preprocessor will do. Preprocessor processing the unstructured data and will help to the index server. So this is also available in the system DB. System DB only it is available, right? That is the preprocessor. Just a small work. So all this will do the all the small works only. But only index server is the actual data resides into the index server only. But remaining process will help to index server to process. Remaining process will help to. Here we are discussing about the index server, name server, preprocessor. Sir, where can I see this process in the database level? You mentioned like if you use the HDB info, we will get it out, right? The database level, we will get it out. But here in the HANA Studio level, we need, right, sir, where can I put like? So if you open the system DB, right click and configuration and monitoring, open the administration. So then you will see the one page in the here in one window, one administration page in the, so left side you will see the administration page. You can see here. So this is the HANA Studio administration page here. This is the HANA Studio administration page here. So here you can see, so all the overview, first tab is the overview tab here. You can see the first tab is the overview tab here. So here in the first tab, here the first tab in the HANA Studio, the first tab is the overview tab here. In the overview tab, here we can see the what is the status of the all my services. Services means we have 7 services, right? All the 7 services related information will be available here. What is the system usage you selected during the installation production system? When was the last restart happened? 26 yesterday night, right? So what is the version? Is it distributed? No. What is the version of your database? See, HANA 2 SP05. So what is the build time? What is the platform? Red Hat Linux 8.6. What is the Red Hat Linux kernel version? So what is the, who is the hardware manufacturer? So okay, HANA memory usage. So detailed discussion will come in the HANA memory management time. You will get the detailed discussion. What about the, what is this used memory? What is the resident memory? All these things. Okay, CPU usage, how many CPUs are there? What is the current usage? It's green. So what is the disk usage? OS level, how much you have the so space and how much it is occupied? So all the space you have, you will get the things here. This is just a glance, any alerts are there. So overview. So if you purchase any book here in outside in the market, in the bookstall, you have the overview page, right? Maybe that is called the summary page or overview page. Unit 1, this page number, unit 2, this page number, this many page, like that you will see the overview. So maybe index page, right? Index page. In Telugu there is a name is called the Visaya Suchika. There is a one book, right? Not book name. Every book there is a, in the first paper or second paper you will see the one overview page, right? So same as like here also in the HANA Studio, when you open it, you will see the overview page here. In the overview page, you will see the all the all the status of the database in the, in one glance you can see here. One glance here in one page you can see here services status, when restart happened, version, so when was the build time, so all the what is the OS you are using, all the information you can see here. So when you're monitoring the daily, if something goes wrong with the this one, this is a live iteration, the memory is here, it is occupied, keep on increasing coming to the here, then there is a wrong. This is also the disk space, data volume, this is the data volume, right? Data volume slash and data, so log volume slash and log, this is the trace, means slash not shared the file systems, the mount points which are given there in the last classes. Same that will be displayed here. You no need to always go to the OS level, check the space of the your operating system and everything. From here also you can check the disk usage and CPU usage and memory usage, operating system level memory, CPU and disk. All these things you can see it here. This is the overview page. The next tab is called the landscape tab here. The landscape tab, you see the all the process here, all the process, whatever the process we are discussing, right? So web dispatcher, so preprocessor, name server, daemon, compile server. So these all are related to this five process. 3, 4, 5. The SAP start SRV process is the one small service. This is one that does not have the any process ID, any port number here. Why? Because this is not related to the HANA. So it will create by default, okay, to connection purpose. So, okay, so you can see each process. Suppose here we are discussing about the name server. Name server is the master in tenant database. Like, sir, you mentioned like 7, right? Where are the 7? Here I can only see the 5. Where are the 7 means? So here we are in the system DB. System DB we have only 5 process. System DB we have only 5 process. If you go to the tenant database, if you double click it, and if you go to the tenant database also there is a one more tab is opened here in the tenant database also. You can see tenant database also one more tab. It's the same, but the only thing is the difference is the here landscape. If you go to the landscape tab, here you can see the all 7 process in the one glance. You can see here index server, access engine. This index server, access engine is in the tenant database. Remaining all are in the system DB. Remaining all are in the system DB. But in the here it will show. Here also it will show. Here in the display mode, in the display here all the 7 process will show here. Why? Because remaining 5 are related to the system DB. So how can you know which process is running on the system DB? If you go to the system DB, take an example here, index server. The index server is the master here. What is the process ID? So 2223. 2222 is the process ID, the voice level process ID, right? What is the port number? 30001. That is the port number. If we go to the here also you can see here. So what name server? So 2223 and this one. Okay. So here in the display mode, here it is showing like all the process, but actually the system DB, compile server, daemon, name server, preprocessor, web dispatcher, these are running here. It's not running in the tenant database, but in the display it is showing like here it is. So it is showing the display like all the 7 services it's showing here, including your index server, access engine. Index server, access engine are in the tenant database. These two only related to the tenant database. Actual data resides into the index server only. That is the reason here you can see CPU, memory. See, all the processors are using the small amount of memory, but only index server is using the large amount of memory. So why means all the data resides into the index server only. That's why we have almost 28 GB that is using 28 GB of the your RAM memory is using by the your index server, because this is the main process. All the data resides into the index server only. Name server means just topology related information. So name server is the master in the system DB, and the index server is the master in the tenant database master. So in classroom, how we have the master, same as like here in the tenant DB we have the master in the index server. System DB we have master in the name server here, right? So these are the process here. So same as like here, preprocessor. Now we are discussing about the preprocessor, processing the unstructured data. Internally, each process they have own responsibility to process it. It will process it, right? That is the next one is the compile server. Okay, so compile server is like compilation of the programs and stored procedures. In the database level, we have some database level also, we have the some programs. So when you there will, because this HANA database written in the C++ language, C++ language, which means some programs. So collection of programs called the HANA database, right? All these programs will be compiled whenever you are calling the one button. Whenever you're calling the one button. So whenever something is coming to the inside, there is one program is called in the backend. One program is one program is called. So that is the reason. So here the compile server, it will compile the compile server, it will compile the all the programs and stored procedures which are there in the database level. Stored procedures which are there in the database level. Just to remember about that word. So what is the use of the compile server? Means compilation of the programs and stored procedures, right? Then preprocessor, processing the unstructured data, processing the unstructured data. If any data which is coming in the not in the structured format, it will convert into the structured format. So that is the use of the preprocessor. So name server, it will hold the topology related information. Topology related information. The next one is called the next one is called the web dispatcher. Web dispatcher. So this compile server also in the system database, and it will help in the system database, will help to the then all this process of all these 6 process like name server, preprocessor, compile server, web dispatcher, access engine, daemon, all will help to the index server to store the data. All process. So but each process, indexer will not handle the indexer can handle the all the related small work, right? It can handle, but anyhow data is residing into the index server, right? So it will take the help from name server, preprocessor. If any unstructured data is coming, immediately it will inform to the preprocessor, hi preprocessor, there is a unstructured data is coming, can you please convert into the structured format, then send it to me. Like that, it will help to the preprocessor. Compile server, so if the programs, if any programs, a compilation of the programs and stored procedures, then it will help to the index server. The web dispatcher, if any request is coming in the browser level, the browser, suppose in the browser level, if any request is coming, it will convert into the, it will hand over to the access engine. So access engine. So web dispatcher will handle the web based request. Simply say it will handle the web based request. It will handle the web based request. Will handle the web-based request. Web-based request means some users, some end users, they will log in through browser. They will log into the browser to our HANA database, something like our HANA database. That time, so it is coming through browser, right? Not in the application is connecting, or not in the HANA Studio connected. So you are connecting to browser. When you are connecting to the browser to the our HANA database, that time through HTTP, this is a web-based request, means browser-based request. That time, so this web dispatcher will take the web-based request, will hand over to the access engine, the access engine will process the all browser-based, web-based request, all web-based request into web-based request. It will process the all the web-based request. This will take the web-based request, and it will hand over to the access engine. Access engine will process the all web-based request. Web-based request means nothing, no one will take care, only web dispatcher, access engine, joint effort with coordination of the access engine. Web dispatcher will take the browser-based request and will hand over to the access engine. Access engine will understand that web-based request, will process the that web-based request, right? That is the one. So that is the concept of the web dispatcher and access engine. But access engine is available in the tenant database, so that will hand out to the tenant database. So from here in the landscape table, something wrong with this, or in one day I can say something wrong with the web dispatcher memory it is using, can I kill it? Yes, right click, and you can kill the process. You can kill it, you can kill the process. Immediately it will go down. Immediately it will go down. Immediately you will get the things like, so some services are not started. You can see some services are not started, which means web dispatcher is not started. So immediately it will start it. So how, sir? I just only stopped the service. Then who started? Who started here? So daemon. Okay, daemon is the process here. Daemon is the process, like we will call it as the mummy. In our home, in mummy, so in mother, so how she will take care of the entire family. In entire family, if anyone is in the sick, entire family, entire family members, anyone is in the sick, immediately mother will come and give the some boost, Bornavita to that kid, and it then so she will take care of until so the process will active, right? So same as like here also, daemon is the one of the process. If any process out of this process is in the sick status, normally is in the sick status. Normally in the database level, we will see the faulty, any faulty status or error status. Immediately the daemon will go and start that service. Daemon will go and start that service. It will immediately, it will go and it will come, it will change the status to the active status. That is the work of the daemon. Daemon is the one of the process. If any process is in the faulty, faulty means error status, immediately it will go and start that service. That is the work daemon will do. That's why during the initial discussion I told that, so index server is the father and the daemon is the mummy. So father, all the loads, calculations, the burdens, everything will be performed by father, means index server. Then mummy, so mummy, what mummy will do in our case, daemon process in the database level. Daemon will do the all the work. Daemon, if any process is going to the die or already stopped, already error status, then immediately it will go and start that process. Okay, someone ping will like, so what is the sequence when database started, when the service will be started best? Okay, I will explain that one like theory. If only pre-processed web dispatch in the stopped status, SAP application will be running, what is the impact on database? What are the services are there in the HANA 1.0, 2.0? You are checking in the Google and pasting the answers here, questions here. Can we control the daemon is not able to start if does not? Yeah, we can do that one, right? So we can keep down intentionally. Yes, there is some changes in the system, right? So yes, now if you go to the configuration, so here we here each config. That's why I'm not explaining all these things. Why? Because we are going to one by one, one by one, one by one. Then finally we'll come to know all these answers, right? When you go to the daemon, so name server. Suppose you don't want to start the so name server or preprocessor. Just to go to the open here, some instances you can make it 0 or 1 or 0. Then it won't start. It won't start intentionally, right? It won't start intentionally. That is the thing. So we are in the still landscape tab. So in case it is starting, you can see the now we started at 7:49. So see here 7:49 the process started. If you kill it, if you kill it or stop it immediately, if you kill it or stop it, so this is stopped, right? This is the stopped status. You just wait for some time. Immediately the daemon will go and start it. Daemon will go and start that process. So refresh it, daemon will go and started the process. See here, again 7:53 you started the service. So as I told you, right? So this daemon will take care of the all the process and everything here. So what is the process daemon is done? Entire system will be go down. Entire your database will go down. So what is the sequence when you started the database? That is the first question you answer. So when you started the database, when you are starting the database, here you can observe the first sequence. The first name server will start. First name server will start. Then after that, first name server. Then so name server, you can see here the timelines. You can see, you can observe the sequence, which one start first. Then after that preprocessor, then index server, you can see the port numbers as well. By serial wise, there is a port number. By using this port number also, the sequential, it will start the all the process, right? First name server. Why? Because name server it will holds the topology related information. What is SID instance number? If the name server does not start, then remaining process won't start. So first name server, then finally, so first daemon will start, then so name server, first daemon, you can for the port procedure, first daemon will start. Why? Because daemon is the process will start the other process, right? Daemon, name server, index server, DNPI, index server, there is a formula DNPI, so like that you can remember. So remaining will start like web dispatcher, access engine, compile server, last it will start it. You can see CPU utilization, it is coming on, now it's going to the down, right? So yeah, like that the order will start the all the process. So what is the next question you asked? Frequency like Fury. If any preprocessor web dispatcher in the stopped status, will SAP application will be running, and what is the impact? So if this processor stopped status, if any process in the stopped status, so even our database will not go up. So if the web dispatcher is down, not a problem, but the preprocessor is down, our SAP also will down. Why? Because database is stopping. Then how the SAP will be up, right? Entire system will be collapsed. What are the services are there in the HANA 1.0, 2.0? Same services. Whatever the services are there in HANA 1.0, 2.0, same services. Can we control the daemon to not the start? Yes, we can control it by changing the configuration profile parameters. What if daemon go down? Entire system will be stopped. HANA DB will be stopped. If the HANA is stopped, entire SAP also will be stopped. Okay. Yeah. So these two tabs, you can practice it today. Don't practice all those tabs. I'm not explained, you will get confused. Don't go with the other tabs. Okay. Today, just to learn how to add the system to the HANA Studio, then how to open the administration console, then what and all the things we are seeing in the overview tab. Suppose tomorrow they may ask you a question, where can I check the version information in the HANA Studio? Where can I check the your OS version, OS kernel version? These are the questions they have asking, frequently asked questions. These are, where can I check the disk usage? Where can I check the all the process status in the HANA Studio? If you go to the landscape tab, you will see all the process here. So like that, we have to explain. So where can I check when was the last start procedure of the last start of the each another? So here we can see the each process. Here we can check the when was the last restart happened of the each process. Here we can see. So today we restarted multiple times here. But if you kill this index server, it won't kill. Immediately your DB will go down. So you cannot do anything from the Granite DB. Whatever you want to do, you have to do it from the system DB only. But because system DB will control all the tenants. Tenants means in the tenant we have the two process. All these two process will control by the system DB only. Okay. So web-based access engine, daemon, all this process. Learn some theoretical about all this process to explain. And so just to add the systems into HANA Studio, not only these systems, so you can you are going to install the new database, right, in the SAP HANA host, in the media that is available in the media. So all the softwares are available. I'm going to install the one package here. After installation, just you can share the whoever doing the installation, you can share the SID instance number passwords in the group so that other people can add that SID into HANA Studio and they can do the practice. N number of people they can add to this HANA Studio at a time, then you can log in and you can practice. Not a problem. Okay. Any questions from anyone?
So there is a software, sir, that one.
/media.
I mean Studio.
Studio software, I think is not there. It's already installed. You don't need to install it.
But I need to log in with administrator. So
you no need to log into the administrator user. By your own user, you can log in, and if not there here, just go to the
just search.
just you can add it. You don't need to install, you don't need to add it. You don't need to log into the administrator. Your own users, your the softwares are available.
Okay.
Just you can log into your own studio, then you can add it.
So I need to do in that HANA Studio, this one. HANA, I need to install that. The newly created hours.
Yeah, if you already there, HANA database already exists in the our new HANA system OS, so then you can directly add it. If not installed, then you can just go ahead and install it. That share that user IDs, passwords, instance number, SID to in the group, so that whoever others are connecting, they can directly add to the HANA Studio. Then they can do the administration work. What I am saying is, ఎవరన్నా ఒకళ్ళు ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయండి. Okay, you got it right.
Sir, earlier it was removed, sir. Earlier SAP HANA that OS removed, or the same new OS got installed with same name, right?
Yes,
SAP HANA.
Yes. Yeah, SAP HANA. This is the new OS. With the same user, same ID I have installed. Then you can open the, just put the
SAP.
you can just SAP HANA. You will log in, same user ID, same password. You can log in. Then so go to the created the separate mount point. You can go to the /media. The media, you have the softwares are available. SAP HANA database already uncarried it. You can use the same extraction file. Anyone can use the same extraction. You can do the installation. But before do you do the installation, there is a package I need to install it. That I will do that one. There is a package we need to install. That I will install it. I will let you know. Then you can start installation of the HANA, SAP HANA. Once installation is done, then you can go ahead. Everyone can go ahead and click on the add the button. Then give the HANA, SAP HANA. Then give the instance number. If you put the instance number 10, then you can add the system DB. Then followed by the tenant DB, you can add it. Then you can open this like that. You will get the options. Then you will go to the here, and you can see the process and services, everything from here.
So one question, sir. How many databases we can install, sir? One OS?
You can install multiple databases, one OS, multiple SIDs, multiple databases. You can create it, but we have a shortage of the RAM. So that maybe you can install 2 or 3 can sufficient. That is fine. That installation. But when you after you done the installation, you perfect in the installation, go ahead and uninstall it. Just go ahead and uninstall it, so that will be memory will be free. So that when others are doing the installation, that will help to the others. Finally, once all are done the installation, make it 1 or 2 databases as the real databases for our administration purpose. Because today you have done the installation, your practice is done, then you have done the uninstallation. For tomorrow's class, we don't have any databases, right, to do the administration work and everything. So for that purpose only, install it one, make it practice today, get perfect installation on that today. Okay, then from tomorrow onwards, don't try with the installation. If you try with installation, try the installation, just uninstall again using the HDB UNST, do the uninstallation again. So that in this way you can install and uninstall, we can free up some memory.
Sir, yesterday also I failed at daemon, sir. Daemon